Namaste Gurukulians, how are you all? I hope you will be fit and fine at your home. I am Rajni Arora, working as a TGT assistant in the Gurukul. Today we are going to start our first chapter of civics of class 7th, and the title of chapter is on equality. Okay, this is a new chapter for you people, and this is very interesting chapter. In this chapter we will understand equality through a story. Okay, we will understand what is equality, why it is necessary for you people. Okay, so we will understand equality in broad dimensions. Okay, so before starting the lesson, I would like to ask you a question. What is equality? Equality is a broad dimension. Equality is a broad dimensions. Okay, I am saying equality is a broad dimension. What does it mean? It means it doesn't have only one dimension. We cannot say if we have a equal rights to vote, then we are equal. Here is equality. No, we cannot say, because it has a different dimensions. And if we want to understand equality, we have to understand its all dimensions. Okay, so equality is a broad dimension. We have to understand all the dimensions of equality if we want to understand the equality, meaning of equality. So in this chapter a story is given, story of Kanta. In this chapter a story is given. In this story we will understand that equality is a dynamic concept, and we have to understand all the dimensions of equality. Okay, so before starting the chapter, I would like to show you a picture which is given in your book. See, here are many people are standing in a line. These people, first is Manjeet Kaur, she is a teacher. Teja Singh, who is a trader. Girish Rai, who is a student. Kanta Devi, domestic worker. Sujata Kumari, domestic worker. Abdul Rahman, artisan. Shabnam Bano, housewife. Gracie Leland, she is a consultant. And Isaac Leland, he is a government officer. Ruksan Mirza, she is a media person. Yog Raj, who is unemployed, and Ashok Jain, who is an industrialist. All people are standing in a line. Why these people are standing in a line? They are not standing for any assembly or anything else. They are standing for casting their votes. Okay, they are waiting for their turn to vote. So these people are standing in a line. See, in this line, here is not any rule that rich people will cast their vote first or poor will cast later. No, they are standing in a same line, and their turn will be accordingly. Okay, their turn will be according to the people they are standing in a line. See, here is no separate line for industrialists. Here is no separate line for teachers. Here is no separate line for domestic workers. All are standing in a same line. Okay, this is equality. In this chapter a picture is given which I am showing you. That picture showing equality. Two characters are main characters, that are Kanta and Sujata. I have drawn pictures on the blackboard. This picture is of Kanta, this picture is of Sujata. Both are voting for, both are waiting to cast their vote. Okay, they are talking to each other. Both are domestic workers. Okay, both are domestic workers. Both are talking to each other. Now we will understand what they are talking. Kanta said to Sujata, "It's very good. It's very nice that all are standing in a same line. Even Jain Sahab is also standing in a same line with us. Jain Sahab. This is a person in which this is a owner of Kanta. and Kanta does work in his house. Okay, she does domestic work in his house, so she is very happy that all persons are standing in a same line, whether they are domestic workers, whether they are teachers, whether they are industrialists, whether they are artisans, all they are standing in a same line. Okay, so she is very happy. She said to Sujata, Kanta said to Sujata, it's very nice, it's very nice that all people are standing in a same line, whether they are rich or they are poor. Okay, so at that Sujata replied to Kanta, yes, it's very nice to see the equality here. After that, when both are talking to each other, then Sujata said to Kanta, go on Kanta, it's your turn now. What type of turn she is talking about? She is talking because she came here for casting their vote and their turn has come. So Sujata sent to Kanta to the vote bank. When Kanta go to the vote bank for casting her vote, she thinks that I will cast the vote to the person who has promised to bring pipe water in our area. Okay, means when she goes to cast her vote, she thinks that I will cast the vote, I will give the vote to the person who has promised to bring pipe water in our area. Means she is thinking that the person who will work for the betterment of our area, who will work for the betterment of our society, I will give work to only that person. Okay, so she, when casting the votes has completed, so they come outside and starting to going their home. Then when they were starting, Jain Sahab said to Kanta, okay Kanta, we will see you later. Why he is saying that? Because she does work in his house and she will have to go for domestic work in his house later. So he said, we will see you later. At that, Kanta replied, Namaste Sahab, and then Jain Sahab go from there. Okay, next. When Kanta and Sujata were moving to their home, they talked to each other. Kanta said Sujata, my daughter Gudiya. Gudiya was the name of her daughter, Kanta's daughter. Okay, my daughter is ill, has running with fever, so I will have to take her to hospital. Okay, but first I will go to Jain Sahab house, clean the house and will do domestic work. After that, I will ask some advance from them. Because she does not have that much money that she can go to the hospital with her daughter for treatment. So she is saying to Sujata that I will ask some money, I will ask some advance from Jain Sahab for the treatment purpose. Okay, so when she reached at home, she is Gudiya, who is a daughter of Kanta. She is Gudiya, she is a daughter of Kanta. So Kanta said to her daughter, when I will get back in the evening, we will go to hospital, so relax. Okay, then she moved from the home, Kanta moved from the home and go to Jain Sahab house for domestic work. When she reached here, she does all the work and after that she asked for some advance for the treatment. Okay, then Mrs. Jain, he is Mr. Jain and she is Mrs. Jain. Mrs. Jain said that okay Kanta, here is your advance, but don't make it as an habit. Means don't ask advance again and again. Okay, she gave advance to the Kanta. Okay, now Kanta moved to her house. Okay, and she feels that when she was crossing the road, she feels that her basti is in very dirty condition. So she thinks that yes, this can be a reason that my gudiya, my daughter, fall often ill. So she realized that our basti is not clean, so this may be reason for her illness, because she often ill. So this may be reason, Kanta thinks that. Okay, then Kanta and Gudiya move to the hospital. Okay, here both are standing in a queue, both are standing in a line. Why they are standing in a line? They are standing in a line for waiting their turn. Okay, they are waiting for their turn here. So when they move to hospital, Kanta tell to her daughter Gudiya, wait only few more minutes, our turn will be come, because they were standing in a line. So she said to her daughter that wait for few minutes, our turn will be come. So when they were standing in a line, who were standing in a line in hospital? Kanta and her daughter. When they were standing in a line, Kanta thinks that in the morning, when all people were standing in a line for vote, there were equality. But in now, when they are standing in a line, she thinks that Mr. Jain and Mrs. Jain can stand in a line for voting, for cast their vote, but they will not stand in a line if their children are sick. Okay, means she feels some inequality here, because she thinks that if they are in the morning, they were standing in a line for voting, for cast their vote, but they will not stand in the line when their children are sick. They will take immediate treatment for their children. So she realized that in the morning, at the time of voting, I was feel there were equality, but in this time here is no equality. So I told you that equality is a broad dimension. So in this time we cannot feel any equality. Kanta does not feel any equality here when the time of treatment of her children, of her daughter. So can you tell me the difference between Mr. Jain and Kantas? What is the difference between Mr. Jain and Kantas? Means I am talking about the Jain's family and Kanta. What are the difference between them? Kanta. Okay, so first difference is money. Mr. Jain and Mrs. Jain have enough money for treatment, for anything else, but Kanta does not have enough money. Okay, next line. Mr. Jain and Mrs. Jain don't need to stand in a line in government hospitals, because they will go to the private hospitals for their treatment, for immediate treatment. But Kanta have to stand in a line for treatment. Okay, we can say money, we can say line. Third, we can say cleanness. Cleanness. The area in which Jain Sahab and Mrs. Jain were living, that area was very clean, that house was very clean. But in the area, in the basti where Kanta was living, that area was not cleaned. Okay, that's why they were falling, her daughter was falling ill again and again. This was your part 1. Okay, in the next lecture we will continue our part 2 of this lesson on equality. I think in this lesson you have understood that equality is a broad dimension. we cannot say if we have equal right to vote, we are equality is there. No. Equality has a broad dimension, so we have to understand all the dimensions of equality. I hope you have understood the story of Kanta. So, and you have understood the differences between rich family and poor family, where is equality or where is not equality. So, this was the part 1. We will continue our part 2 in next lecture. Till then, stay home, stay safe. Thank you.